Life.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Dee Dee. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. So I am back with another reaction video for you guys. Now, of course, I'm sure you guys have been seeing all of the videos that, you know, House of Hypocrites, Lakeisha, Keisha, O'Shea, and many others have been posting about Anton. Y'all, this whole saga just keeps on going. So this is turning into a big hot mess, y'all, with Anton, the Mika situation. It is really getting messy out in here in these YouTube streets, y'all. But I want to play some of the latest videos that I've been seeing, and child, it's just becoming a hot mess. And I don't know how much longer this is going to go on. And I want to get y'all thoughts because I never got what y'all thoughts on the whole situation of what Jazz is saying. And also, we're going to play a little bit of what O'Shea had to say about some of these recent, you know, findings. And I just think it's all interesting, y'all. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you like the content. Share and like the video and turn on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. All right. And y'all definitely chime in. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Let's get into it. Here we go.
You know what my biggest problem is? Turning down, you funky. Y'all reach out. Let's get to it.
I got a fleet of right now that will come and finesse you out of your socks.
But I keep it a buck. You know what? I keep it a buck with y'all. Anton definitely asked me to come to Detroit before.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Y'all, listen. I'm gonna be for real. No, it's in it now. Y'all want to have some more conversation? Let's get to it. And I'm gonna tell you what really happens. I'm gonna tell you what really happens. You don't want to hear it because you know it's the truth.
You're not even speaking your real truth right now.
I'm gonna speak my real truth. I'm gonna tell you. I call my fucking wife and she'll tell you what's really happening. I'm gonna speak my real truth. I'm gonna tell you. I call my wife and she'll tell you what's really happening.
My boy said he can call his wife and she can let us know what's going on. Well, let us know what's going on, partner.
I don't talk about what it is that I do in the bedroom and all that. I ain't gotta prove how many women that I have on my team or the fleet or anything. All we gonna do is we gonna just play it. We gonna play it out.
What do you mean you don't talk about what you do in the bedroom, man? Are you insinuating that you and your wife bring women to y'all bedroom?
Wait a minute. Now, is this what y'all were referring to, the lavender marriage?
Oh my God.
That allegedly there might be what is considered a lavender marriage where, you know, they, you know, introduce other women to the bedroom. Is that what's being insinuated? Is that what you call a lavender marriage? Y'all let me know. I will say, listen, if that's what they do, that's their business. That's their business. I stand on it. But do you really want your business out here in these social media streets like that? Do you really is your business for the streets by insinuating these things and almost bragging about being able to have hoes? That's the only thing I'm wondering. Is it a real flex for a married man to go on social media and talk about how many hoes they have? That's all I'm curious about. Let me know. I'm not a man. Let's continue.
That's what you indicating. You got a fleet of hoes that your wife know about. But then you say you ain't never cheat on your wife. So maybe you are mischaracterizing these particular women that's around you because you see them as hoes. You feel me? And what you do to her, you use her. But this particular woman probably should put her under a goddamn NDA like you did your other. She got a lot to say. So nobody can say, oh, it's a man hating because he broke, or he ain't got the followers or subscribers, or he just doing it for clicking views. You can't say, oh, this is an ugly woman. You can't say this is a disgruntled woman. She turned down your advances. And then you start to slander her for it. Because she wasn't going to be one of your. And it's a lot more women. A lot more women. They got something to say about Anton Daniels. That is aesthetically appeasing. Let's get into the video.
What's your name? Goat B1 Taz. Sir, I was never that man's nothing. I was somebody on a panel. Okay, let's not tie me to him in that way by any means, shape, or form. Okay, like there's no connection there. All right, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I don't like that. I was just a guest, and that's it. That's it. Never. Ever. But I keep it a buck. You know what? I keep it a buck with y'all. Anton definitely asked me to come to Detroit before. He definitely DM'd me on that one day. And mind you, this was several shows after I had been on his panel. Right? And when he asked me, when you come into the D, I said, for what? What's in Detroit? And he said, you know, you just have to trust me. It'll be fun. And I'm, nah, fun in Detroit. I never heard of that.
No, wow. What you know what shit? I guess allegedly Anton just shooting his shot at whoever. You know, whoever he find attractive, he gonna shoot his shot. You know what I mean? Like that does seem a little odd. I ain't gonna lie, but I mean, odd to me, but it might not be odd to other people. You know that he's asking this woman, what she's beautiful. I think she's gorgeous. But you're asking her whether you agree with her take on things or her opinions. That's totally something else. But I think she's very beautiful, and I'm just like, well, so I could see a man being attracted to her, but it's just like, I guess it's odd because I guess in the wake of all of what we're seeing coming out, and how Anton moves, I guess maybe it's new for some of us. Some of us are new to it. Like me, I don't know these people. I don't know the background. I don't know all these rumors and all this stuff. I'm just hearing this for the first time, some of this. So I'm just like not knowing what exactly is going on. It's like kind of shocking, and it is provocative. I'm just saying it is. It makes for good content. I will tell you that. But yeah, I'm just like, why would you, but I guess I'm asking, why would you ask this woman who clearly has a man? I've heard her say she has a man. Ask her to come out. Like, what else? What other reason? Y'all don't have business together. Y'all not working together like that. So why would you invite her out and said it would be fun? Like, what's going on? I don't know. It just seems weird to me, but maybe y'all can make sense of it, child. Let's continue.
Never heard of that. Well, you'll just have to trust me. What difference does it make, right? He's not giving me any. Now, if he's DMing me like this, somebody that he has gotten into it multiple times with, right?
Hold on, no.
If he's DMing me with this pep talk, because that's exactly what it sounded like. You just got to trust me. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. And I said, for what? What do you ask me? What do you ask me to come to Detroit to do? Right? Well, what difference does it make? You'll just have to trust me. I said, it makes all the difference. I need details. And you know what he said to me? Just let me know when you're ready. Because you'll just have to trust me. Never spoke to him about it again. And it never played out. Why? Because I'm asking too many questions. I'm not excited because you DMing me asking to bring me to Detroit for what? And this was like fresh off of the conversation that he had about having women that he work with or are friends with, how big got to be on the table for him. My ain't never on the table. And you're not going to parade me around like, you know what I'm saying? Like Mika, like Molly, like Q, or whatever the case may be. Put a DM me, yo, Jazz, I got a cool idea. I think we could do something. I know we look like enemies, but maybe we could collab and do something, that'll help you grow in your channel. If he would have came at me like that, I would like, can I bring my... Can I bring my man?
That's how I feel. I'm like, child, listen, wherever I go, my husband goes too. Like, if I'm going somewhere, if I am meeting up with somebody, my husband gonna be right there. That's just how we move. But everybody is not the same. But I'm feeling her on that. Like, come on, we move as a unit. So whatever I'm doing, he knows and he will be a part of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm flying out, my husband right there, because I'm definitely not flying out by myself. But once again, to each his own. Everybody moves differently. Everybody is not the same. And I guess the people who want to move that way and want to be a part of the get down, whatever you want to call it, they gonna do it, And allegedly, it seems as Mika was prepared and ready for the get down. That's what it looks like. And so that's her choice. That's her thing. Whether she has a husband or not, she moves the way she wants to move, I guess, and doesn't seem to have any regard for her husband if she actually has a husband, because like Tasha K said, it doesn't seem like she has a husband the way she moves, but that's neither here nor there, child. Let's continue.
Because if it's strictly business, it shouldn't be a problem. We could do a double date. Me, you, and your but see, never got that far because I didn't have stars in my eyes. Mika said as soon as he DM'd her, she was like, yeah, I'll go do the interview. Yeah. I'm asking like, what we on? What you on? Come to the truck for what? I heard it's so cold today. You want me out there for? What difference does it make? He's a pimp. Or at least a wannabe. And unfortunately, he got one with Mika. Being successful in this space is definitely a goal of mine, for sure. But I don't need to put myself in nefarious situations or a situation that'll make me look bad just because the person that's asking me to hang out got a bunch of followers and a bunch of subscribers. Because he like to talk shit. It ain't business. He trying to holler. Okay? Of course he's gonna frame it that way. But the fact that you couldn't even tell me the reason why you wanted me to come to Detroit after we have been going head to head with each other. Every show. You wanna talk to me? That lets me know I bring value to you. But you're not gonna use me to look like one of your little honeydews. Your little honey dips. Oh, no. So yeah, y'all. That's why I'm like, you can't fool me because the way he moved, it's not professional. It's not. But let's keep going. That was my little story I wanted to share. I got asked to get flown out too. And I was like, for why? And he was like, big man. He let me up. Damn, Dad. Yeah. And best believe I was bringing my name. But Yeah, make sure you give me a room. I'm gonna bring my man. He gonna, yeah, cause he helped me with my business. I bet you I wouldn't have been able to come.
Angry Man posed a possibility that Anton Daniels himself basically like alluded to.
I said before, I don't know Anton and Rita's relationship dynamic. For all we know, she could be of the mind she don't care if he kick it with chicks. For all we know, she could be of the mind she don't care if he's flirtatious. We don't know. And we don't know how far that goes. We don't know how far her tolerance of whatever goes. We don't know what type of arrangement. Bro, let me tell you something. In my lifetime, and I'm not saying this is their arrangement. I'm just going to keep it funky.
Talk about look into it, and I'm going to tell you what really happens. I'm going to tell you what really happens. You don't want to hear it because you know it's the truth.
You're not even speaking your real truth right now.
I'm going to speak my real truth. I'm going to tell you what really. I call my fucking wife and she'll tell you what's really happening.
But wait, so he said he'll call his wife and tell you what's up. So you going to call your wife and say, yeah, Anton can have all the he want. I mean, okay. But I mean, I'm just like, why is that something to boast? I mean, like I said, I'm not a man. Y'all let me know. I said, let me know in the comments. Is that something to be proud of? You have a wife, you have a daughter. Is that something that a man should be proud of and boasting about, that he can have all the he wanted, his wife is okay? Is that, I mean, if I was his wife, I would be embarrassed. Even if I agreed to something like that, I said that before, I would feel like, damn, everybody ain't got to know our business. Like, I don't want people to know that. I would feel some type of way. I'm like, damn, because it's not the typical marriage. It's not, you know, when women think about marriage, that's not what you think about, having a husband who can just have all kind of hoes and letting everybody know and just out here. Eventually I would feel some type of way, and that's just me. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know, but I'm assuming, you know, what other choice does she have? She's okay with it or whatever. Maybe it's the money that's keeping her. I don't know, but we can assume that she's okay with it because she ain't left. I guess. I'm assuming they're still together. She didn't leave, and she don't seem to be. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. So it's just something that's not, you know, that the public viewing looks at as a typical marriage or a typical, you know, something that a woman would want to sign up for. You know what I'm saying? And you got to wonder, like, in the beginning of the relationship, even though she did that interview saying, you know, when she met Anton, he was like, oh, do you know, asking her for oral. And I'm like, oh, child. So maybe that's something she knew about him early on, that he was into all the hoes then, and hey, you gonna get with it or get lost, you know. And she said, I'm gonna get with it, and that's her choice. I'm not gonna condemn her for her choice, because that's her choice, child. That's definitely not something I could deal with, but I'm just saying, so that's her choice. If she's okay with it, everybody else got to be okay with it, but it still looks strange to people, you know, the outside looking in. Let's continue.
Anton Daniels going back and forth with Mr. 1950 about how many hoes he got and who can get the most. That's what men do. We do that. You know what I'm saying? It's childish. I know women, y'all got y'all thing, but we flexing. I got more. I can get more than you, especially you, Anton. But he's trying to prove to goddamn Mr. 1950 he'll fly him out, and they can go.
I'm the guy that you know that you could not touch in that lane. Oh, you can have all the money in the world, but that don't matter when it comes to you know it. You know it.
Let me say this.
You know it.
I got everybody miskin. I got a fleet of hoes right now.
Man, you don't got no fleet of, man. Stop it.
Calm down, boy. Let me get my thoughts off.
I got no. You think a hoes? Do you know a man that gets women knows motherfuckers don't? Anton, it's cool. You on social media, bro. Just say that. Just say that, bro. I'm just telling you, dog. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Come on, you don't get no bitches. Nigga, let's go. I'm coming to Detroit. Let's see. Hey, I'm coming to Detroit. When do you want me to come to Detroit? Me and you. Put it on social media. I'm coming to Detroit. 50 coming to Detroit, and let's find out.
Okay, so I tell you what. Okay,
let's find out.
I'm gonna let him finish saying what he's gonna say.
Okay, I'm going. I'm disrespecting the panel. Go ahead, man.
No, my fault. Like I was saying, I got a fleet of hoes now that will come and finesse you out of your socks. Nigga. That's number one. Okay. And anybody in Detroit, whether I was in high school all the way up until right now, know who I am in real life. I will send you a first-class ticket to Detroit, nigga.
I'm ready.
All you got to do is DM me. I will have a cameraman follow us around, and I will embarrass every last one of you gained up.
Oh, let's get busy.
Hold on, let me finish. Because I know that y'all think that y'all got it. I seen you on y'all little men's trips. You corny. Cornballs. You the corniest I've ever seen in my life. Everybody that be sitting in your audience, they play video games all day. I will send you a flight. I will embarrass you. And understand this. When you get done being embarrassed, you better call me the king.
But then Anton go into this, I don't know what this obsession is with flying niggas or women out. And then he gonna tell Mr. 1950, I'm gonna fly you out like one of my baddies. Then start calling him baby girl after the fact he knew it was a slip. Why would you say that to a grown man? The truth out, somebody might have slipped through the goddamn cracks.
Let me ask you this, Anton. Let me ask you this. As a businessman, you need to have experience in order to be successful, or can you just come in and be successful right away? Do you need experience? Do you need experience in knowing what you're doing?
I'm letting you get your thoughts.
No, I'm just saying, because you know you need experience to know what you're doing when it comes to women. You don't know what you're doing at time. And I don't know why you believe, I don't know who told you. First of all, you may have people around you that f with you because you got dollars. That's fake, that's that's not genuine. So what I'm telling you is, I'm telling you straight up, man to man, when I come down there, I'm gonna extend my hand, but let's go. Let's go. And keep it live. We're not gonna edit. We're not gonna cut this, that, and let's keep it live.
Look, and this is the point that a lot of men in these spaces make, and women make these points as well, that you know, they talk about the Pookie and the Ray Ray. Pookie and Ray Ray ain't gotta do all that. You know, that points to that. Pookie and Ray Ray ain't gotta fly nobody out. He don't gotta do nothing but just be who he is. He is who he is. Pookie and Ray Ray got enough swag, enough, you know, attraction level to these women, so he ain't gotta fly you out. He ain't gotta buy you no food. He ain't gotta do shit. He just gotta be who he is with the swag that he has and get all the coochie and babies and all, and continue to move the way he's moving. You know, this is why I say, you know, those are the guys who some of these men look at and despise, because they know that he ain't got to do shit but just be who he is. If he's tall, he's handsome, he got swag, his pants could be hanging off his ass, he could have cool baby mamas and all, you know, all the women that he want, but he still gets women just off being who he is. He ain't got to bring nothing to the table but that D, because that's what they like and that's what they want, because they're automatically attracted to those type of guys. We talk about in these spaces how the majority of the women who are getting pregnant by these small group of men who they consider Pookie and Ray Rays, these men ain't got to provide no six figures. He ain't got to provide no car. In fact, these women will be willing to let these men live with them and take care of them, because that's how much they're into those types of dudes. Oh my God. So we always also talk about the dudes who gotta spend all this money and do all these things to impress these women, because other than the money and impressing these women with money and things, these women wouldn't give these men a time of day. They're only just using them for what they can provide. They don't really look at them for sexual attraction or gratification unless you got some money. And some women will take it that far. If you spending the right amount, if you willing to go that far with the money, they might be willing to give you what you're looking for. But without the money, they're not even checking for you. Oh my God. Let's continue.
I'm talking about 50 to Anton Daniels. We can see what's happening, man. I'm ready for it, man. I will deem you tonight. We can talk about it.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I said Papa Street and Santel let you, man. You want to leave with your boots 1950.
I'm not gonna even talk about it. I'm gonna just do it. I don't have to go back and forth. I'm not about to prove myself. I don't pillow talk. I don't talk about what it is that I do in the bedroom and all of that shit. I ain't gotta prove how many women that I have on my team or the fleet or anything.
I don't talk about that.
All we gonna do is we gonna just play it. We gonna play it out.
What do you mean you don't talk about what you do in the bedroom, my nigga? Are you insinuating that you and your wife bring women to y'all bedroom? That's why people think your wife gay now. This performing is starting to affect other people name, image, and likeness that's connected with you, because you keep doing this for content. Let's watch some content then.
You gonna get all F's on your report card, man.
You don't want to buy women. You brought it up. And I love it.
And I do bring it up because
I got 100 fleet of women that finesse your ass.
I absolutely keep a fleet with me.
I got 100 fleet of women to finesse your ass.
Absolutely.
You the same man talking about these women doing disrespectful stuff to men, and you the same one talking, I got 100 women that will finesse you. I'm just telling you what you're saying. I'm just telling you what you're saying.
Okay, what do I say?
What you just said. Let me just tell you, please have these women when I get off the plane, please let me see these, honey. Please let me see these, honey.
This for everybody, man.
Please let me get it. That's all I'm saying. Just please bring that man to the airport.
I'm the same man to say what?
I'm coming to the airport, man. Bring the hoes to the airport.
What am I the same man to say? It's people in the chat right now.
Now I'm getting ready to get into this part of the video to where you're talking about the Lapeef situation. Do you know for a fact that they was out here cracking the on the panel? Okay, well that's all I had. Now I'm getting ready to get into this part of the video to where you're talking about the Lapeef situation. Do you know for a fact that they was out here cracking on the panel?
Now, shout out to the House of Hypocrites. This is Dinique and Marie Dope Discussions. This is a live stream. So House of Hypocrites pulled up to the live stream, right? And this is something, I'm gonna be honest, since like 2021, 2022, there's been a huge rumor that Lapeef and Anton were using their shows and their panels to sleep with the girls on the show. All right, it's no different than what you hear about with Fresh and Fit, but this does happen on YouTube. There is a lot of secret booty clapping that goes along, especially in those streamers. And Lapeef, let's talk, was a guy, from what I hear, that was known for doing stuff like this. Anton was a guy that I hear that was known for doing stuff like this. Okay, it's just rumored out there. I never publicly came out and said anything about it. Wasn't my business, but people do talk. This information, from what I understand, is largely true. But let's see what he said.
Man, I know for a fact. I'm nice man.
What is she looking down at?
No,
I ain't
no.
gonna do that.
Y'all so damn messy. Like I said, y'all the men be having more
I don't make nobody like that, but you can't. When he said the fact that I never do no issue with man. You did your partner and business partner like that, man. That's why y'all don't each other to this day.
What?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know all of that.
I didn't. Shout out to Danica Marie and House of Hypocrites. Like, child, I didn't know. I just started hearing some stuff. I'm like, wait, what is going on? You know, I'm just like a deer in headlights. I'm like, oh my God, oh, this is what's happening. Oh, okay. You know, and some of these people are married and some of them are single and they just dipping it and doing it. I'm like, oh, okay. I see what kind of party this is. But I don't go around gossiping because I don't know if it's the truth or not. And quite frankly, I really didn't give a damn. But just to hear it is very salacious. It's very provocative. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Very provocative. Oh my God. So
yeah, it was interesting to hear that because, you know, like I said, I'm kind of new to the space and I'm like, wait a minute, what? Oh my God, I didn't know. I thought these people were just, you know, giving their opinion and keeping it moving, but apparently not. Child, let's continue with O'Shea.
When Anton left Lapeef and started with his own streams, More Than Millionaire Morning Show, you were seeing the Cue the Island Girl, all the people that was on Lapeef started coming on the Anton Daniel stuff all the time. He started going live at the same time as the other guy. The other guy is from Chicago. He's from Detroit now. Lapeef, let's talk. I never heard him diss Anton about it. But yes, I would say Anton kind of did him dirty a little bit from what I can see.
Did it like that.
So okay. The women on the panels.
You gotta go back some years. But no, man. I don't want to implicate nobody on the panel right now, but you gotta just pay attention to shit.
See, I'm giving people the benefit of the doubt because I like to place myself in certain people's shoes and say, well, if I wouldn't do that, then I don't think they would do it, you know?
I love Danica Marie, but I know Danica remembers what Sex the Goddess was accusing Anton of, right? Like, he was basically sneak dissing her, acting as if he had smashed, I believe, something like that. And then, like, it was a real dirty game. This kind of on-the-panel booty clapping that was happening with Lapeef, is, from what I understand, is largely true. There is a stream. Anton ended up, from what I understand, the stream has been taken down. Like he's taking down content now. Anton was sleeping with somebody on the panel's fiance or wife. Then from what I can remember from that at the time, Anton was at the dude's house, putting on the dude's Rolex. I mean, all that stuff was like, and then one of the times, I don't know if it's the same lady, but I'm pretty sure it is, her fiance was screaming at him a lot. It was a lot of, for Anton to get there and be like, black culture is trash. That trash act they used on Lapeef, Let's Talk, Anton was 100% the biggest culprit with Lapeef. That stuff indeed was happening. They hear about it all the time. You know, it was a bunch of drama over there, and it wasn't the kind of drama you think a black conservative person would be starting. But Anton was in the midst of all of that.
Yeah,
because
you can't think like that, though.
Get their names out there, build up their platform. You don't think that they out here, you know, popping for a platform.
Yes.
You know?
They pop for this.
Yeah, that's shocking to me too. Like, God damn. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, come on now. I'm like, damn. You're really putting your pee on the table for a bigger platform? Like, that's out of desperate. Like, damn, I didn't know people was desperate to get some subscribers and some views. Like, come on now. It shouldn't. I mean, Jesus Lord, is that all you got to depend on? You know what I mean? And it does sound like people moving out of desperation. Like, damn, if you don't have YouTube, that's all you got. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and for people to say they have husbands, damn, I'm pretty sure, you know, YouTube is not your bread and butter if you got a husband, right? You would think that if you have a husband, that's your safety net. Like, you're just doing this, you know, as a hobby, and yeah, you benefit and you want to gain from it. But damn, if that go tomorrow, your life gonna fall apart. It shouldn't. But I guess that's the way people are moving because they have no, you know, they like, oh, I don't know. I'm just saying, it seems like a desperate situation that you'd be willing to put your vagina on the table for YouTube views. But child, that's just me. Anyway, let's continue.
Oh, you need some McDonald's and the babysitter. It's over with.
Oh, I've been coughing all day.
Please stop.
McDonald's and the babysitter. It's over with.
We got St. Louis and Houston on the same stream. We know it's gonna be done.
You gonna pay for my?
Come on.
I'll pay for my nails.
Come on.
And you would think the women that's upper echelon will require more. Man, the more money, man, when you got money, you be free.
This is largely true. Let me just say this. This is not always true, but I'll tell you on YouTube, there are so many women who want to be content creators, okay? This is why a lot of responsibility comes as a male content creator. And that's largely why I stay away from having my own streams, dealing with female content creators in this business, to be honest, especially in Black YouTube. Because it's so much easier if you have a platform, if you're known, if somebody can go to ChatGPT and look you up, women automatically feel, not all the time, but that you're validated, you're successful, you know what you're doing. So, and if they're trying to be a YouTuber too or a content creator too, yeah, that's like, YouTube dudes are becoming like basketball players. Some guys. Streamers are becoming the same guys as football players. And in some cases, streamers are more important than rappers. So, and then obviously, here's something I'm gonna tell you too. You never know, like for me, I don't even have 500,000 subscribers, right? But let me just say this. Just because I don't think that I'm that important as a YouTuber, that don't mean that somebody else don't hold me at the same level as somebody else that they love.
Right.
And that's the thing, like, to me, I'm regularly O'Shea, but it could be a woman that might think like, oh my God, it's really you. And put you in the same status as somebody else. You know what I mean? It happened when I was in Kenya. I was in the mall in Kenya. Some young lady saw me. She had to be like 19 or 20. And she was beautiful too. I think she's like, Richard, oh my God, I can't believe it's you. What? Are you serious? And I'm like, it's just me. But just imagine though, if you in like America, Black American YouTube, these chicks got, a lot of these women are educated. These women got cars. A lot of them are single or single moms looking for a man. They got access to you. And if they have any respect for you, that's the first step of the booty clapping.
Now, some of them that, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to pay the play. But, you know, when you got that paper, man, because some of them just like the illusion being next to somebody that have these particular things.
Yeah,
I agree. Now, House, hear me out. I think that it's different categories of guys, right? And so I thought that Anton fell under the category of the type of guy that you just dangle at, but you never give it to him.
Damn, Danica.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
That was kind of harsh.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't say that. Oh, damn it. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, she didn't just say that, baby. There are a lot of people who think that too. Like, yeah, you know. But anyway, I ain't going into that. Let's continue. Oh,
you know, you feed him the fairy tale, the pursuit, you know, the possibility, and that's going to keep him cashing out and doing this, that, and the third. So I put him under that category. But you know, there are guys out there like what you are talking about. So where no, your lifestyle, your fame, your fortune, popularity, your status is sufficient enough for me to go ahead and just give you the draws. You ain't gotta pay to play.
Hell yeah. Like, shout out to Danica, because I know the situation with Six and Anton, that was quite corny. I can remember that, right? But I'm gonna just be honest. Somebody in Anton's position got way too much opportunity to really be playing games with somebody. Like, oh, you're not talking about X, Y, and Z. It's just real easy to just go on to the next chick, because there's so many of them. Like, literally, dudes who are men in YouTube that really want to play, that really want to get out there, they got a lot of opportunities, especially if they have female subscribers. And the ladies who will let you do probably the most are the women who are already subscribed to you. So you're dealing with women who already like you, who already warm anyway. So the moment that you're not warm, anybody worried. Just get somebody else.
There's levels to it. So in my opinion, the reason why I was giving Mika the benefit of the doubt was for the mere fact alone that Anton is not going to be a Morris Chestnut. He's not a Chris Brown. He's not a Michael B. Jordan. He's not an Idris. You know, so yeah, that type, you just can't pull up with and think that that's sufficient. That's going to suffice. No, you have to pay. But as I'm looking around, like you said, it's starting to be a thing so where even the quote unquote upper echelon of women, they good with just clout. They good with the clout. Clout is enough. Clout is the payment. You got the money as the payment, and I just can't believe this. You know, it's getting so bad to where even the corny, they can just they got money and they got clout, and that's crazy. You know, and I'm not advocating for nobody to be. I don't care how much money he got, how much clout, how fine. No, have some morals, values, self-respect, class, dignity. You know, I'm that.
Exactly. I 100% agree with what she's saying, and you know, I think a lot of those particular women are to blame because they're just giving it out. They're so easily influenced by what somebody dangles in front of them. Like, oh, if you got some money, and some clout, and I want that clout, they're willing to just bust it open, you know, and run because they're trying to get some clout. They're trying to get somewhere. And a lot of times it don't really work out for them in the way that they think, you know, and this is a known thing in the entertainment business. A lot of these women just get ran through a lot of times. They don't really get to the place that they force, you know, that they thought they would get to. They didn't really get to where they thought they could. They just end up getting ran through, and then that's it. And this is why a lot of them be bitter, because they're like, damn, you know, I gave myself to you and I ain't really like you like that, and I ain't really get nothing out of it, you know? But it's a slippery slope, and it's a terrible game to play. And like she said, you don't have no type of morals or values or standards, even though women talk about standards and what they expect from men. Any man that shows up that you know you really wouldn't go for initially, but because he has money and he dangling things and you know things in front of you, it's something as simple as a flight and to get flown out is attractive to you, and you'd be willing to just bust it open for anybody who's willing to show you a good time. It's crazy. And this is what we talk about with the type of modern women that are out here these days, who are just ready to just give it all up for a man who can show them a good time. That's all it takes. He doesn't have to have any great character or really even be interested in them for real, but because he has some money and he can show you around and buy you something, you're willing to do whatever. And I think that's a problem that we see. And this is why men can move the way they move, no matter who they are, no matter how they look, no matter if they are attractive, unattractive, it doesn't matter. If women are so readily available to even introduce the idea of you just busting it open for you because you have money and you can offer them spend some money on them, they're willing to just, drop any type of values or morals that they have, even if they have them, just for some clout or for you to buy them something. It's ridiculous. And that's just why the dating scene is the way it is. And this is why a lot of these men could finesse these women, because these women are thirsty. Let's continue.
And that's why I also give grace, because I just kind of assume everybody would kind of operate from the place of righteousness. But no, that's not what I'm saying today. That's not what I'm saying.
It's crazy, but what you're saying is right. That's exactly what it's like. Now, when I was on YouTube before, like I was still doing good 2021, 2022. But the platform has changed a lot since then. So what has happened also is a lot more women are more comfortable in male-leaning spaces. That wasn't the truth when I was in the manosphere in 2015. There wasn't a whole lot of women in these spaces, but now you have the black conservative thing. A bunch of females, especially some black Americans. You have some Afro-Latinas like Mika. You got some Africans and Caribbean chicks that are just out of this world fine. And they gravitate towards male-led spaces, largely because they're attracted to just being around men and they're looking for a husband. So back when we were starting out, it wasn't no women coming around the sphere. But now, like having these women that have these same mentalities of conservatism and men leading, that's more common now. You have what y'all will call pygmies, right? And those women are there out and about. They don't hold no punches about how they look for a man. They need a man. So yes, it's way different now.
I think I don't think Anton is the type that you ever seen that clip with Denzel Washington say, "I'm believing he was something." Yeah. That's Anton. I don't think over the years the persona of I can say anything, I can get anything, I'm this, the arrogance, the money, it has emboldened his confidence to actually pursue particular women and actually get these women because he gonna cater to them, right? So if you think he cracking, I say it's a 65% chance he is. I don't think these women just gonna go use and abuse him and get anything they want. That's what he do to them. It's the opposite.
What?
Right, because Anton is not the victim here. Lapeef, Anton, and them dudes. And them dudes running live streams, number one, they're probably getting women to show up for little or no money. Some they may be making, and those women, once they get on the stream, they make it more comfortable for other women to come. So if you're Mika, you're somebody nice looking like that, other women join on the panel because it's like, oh, okay, well, he has these free women up there, so it just makes women up there more easier.
Yeah, very good point. Shout out to Danica Marie. Shout out to House of Hypocrites. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Listen, I mean, I agree with what they're saying. It's just what it is. It's just what we see happening. And honestly, I think it is very, kind of sad in a sense that women are willing to put themselves. This is what we talk about. This is what we talk about with the so-called modern women out here just willing to give it up to whoever. You have no morals, no standards. And also, this is why I say in this space that I'm realizing you have to move with caution. You have to, especially if you're a married woman, in my opinion, you have to definitely move with caution. If you're a single woman, but you have morals and you have standards and you value yourself, you have to really move with caution as well. You can't be out here just involving in any old thing and dealing with anybody. You have to really let your intentions be known that, hey, look, it's strictly about this. You know, if you want to collab or you want to do this, you got, hey, that's just what it is. If you want some other shit about, you know, oh, you got the coochie got to be on the table, like hell to the no, you gotta set yourself apart from that. If that's not what you're about, if you're not about that type of life, if you don't want to be associated with that, you definitely have to set yourself apart and remove yourself from anything that would insinuate that you may be a part of that. And so I think that's what, as women in the space, that's what you have to do. And yeah, and it shouldn't be hard if that's who you really are and that's what you really stand on. You know what I'm saying? But even especially for women who are married, because it's not only just you have your husband and you have a family, and if you love and respect your husband, you're gonna move a certain way. So that's just my thoughts on it. This was a long one, y'all. Make sure you chime in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Comment, like, subscribe. Shout out to everybody in the video, y'all. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.
DeeDee'sReactions.